Hi guys, so in this video what we're going to be covering is the different types of polygons, whether they're regular or irregular, but more into depth as in the sides and what the shape is called, okay? So just a brief reminder, a polygon is a shape that is closed, that is 2D, that has straight sides and has 3 or more sides, okay? So now that we know that, we're going to start with the shape that has the 3 sides, which is the triangle. It's very important that you guys understand that there's 3 different types of triangles, okay? It's called a triangle because it has 3 sides, because it has 3 angles. That's why it's called a triangle, but there's 3 different types. The first one is called the equilateral. And it's called equilateral because all the sides are equal. This is the prefix equal. The next triangle is called an isosceles triangle. And this one, there's 2 sides that are equal. This one and this one. Okay? And the last triangle is called a scalene triangle. And that means that none of the sides are the same. Okay, so again, there's 3 types. Equilateral, all sides are the same. Isosceles, 2 sides are the same. Scalene, none are the same. Okay, so that is the type of triangles. Okay, so the next shape is 4 sides, which is called a quadrilateral. We talked about these shapes many times at school. Quadrilateral. Remember the word or the prefix quad? And we talked about a quad being a 4-wheeler. Okay, so this is 4 sides. So any shape that is 4 sides, for example, a square, a rectangle, a trapezoid, a rhombus, okay? That's all I can think about. But it doesn't even have to be something so, something like that. It could even be something like this. This is 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a quadrilateral. As long as it had 4 sides, it's a quadrilateral. It could be weird shapes like that, okay? So as long as it has 4 sides, quadrilateral. Now, here, all the sides are equal because you know this is a square. Now, going back to last week, remember, when all the sides and all the angles are the same, it's a regular polygon. So when you have a square right here, these are called square corners. If you can make a square with a corner, it's a square corner, okay? So here in the square, we could make all the angles square corners and all the sides are equal. This makes it a regular polygon, okay? Coming over here to the rectangle. A rectangle, this side is equal to this side is equal to this side. The sides are not equal, so we know it's an irregular, okay? But I also want to talk about the angles. Here, you also have the square corners. So all those angles are equal on this one, but the sides are not. That's why it's irregular, okay? This one over here is called a trapezoid. It has 4 sides, that's why it's a quadrilateral, but the sides are not equal. You can tell that this side is a lot shorter than this side. That is why it's an irregular. This shape does not have any square corners. Why? Because there's no square that I could be making with any of these angles, okay? So these angles you would mark like this, not as squares. Okay, next is the trapezoid. No, I'm sorry, the rhombus. In a rhombus is like a square, so all the sides are equal, but the angles are not equal. Okay? This angle is equal to this angle, and this angle is equal to this angle, but not all the angles are the same. That is why this is an irregular polygon. Okay? And last, this is a quadrilateral because it has the 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's your quadrilateral, and it has no square corners. Okay? So that is it for the quadrilaterals. That was the 4-sided. Now, from 4 is 5. So now we're going to start with a 5-sided shape or figure. 5 sides. Okay, this, when there's 5 sides, it's called a pentagon. Pentagon. So I could draw something like this. Okay, there you go. And all the sides will be the same. The sides are the same. The angles are the same. So this is a regular polygon. Now, that does not mean that all pentagons are regular polygons, okay? Watch. We could have something like this. Is it 5 sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 sides. That's a pentagon. But are the sides the same? This is equal to this, but this is not equal to this. So that means that they're not the same. That is why this is an irregular polygon. Okay? Now, does this have square corners? Yes, it has square corners. It has this one and this one. This is not a square corner. This is not a square corner. This is not a square corner. Okay? There's only 2 square corners right here. So that's it for the 5-sided. Now we're going to go into the 6. 6 sides is called a hexagon. Okay? And this one, you could have something like that. Pretend it's prettier. Okay? But when you have a hexagon like that, the sides will be the same and the angles will be the same. Okay? So the sides are the same, the angles are the same. It's regular. Okay? Now, what happens when you have something like this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clearly, this side is not equal to this side. That's clear. That's obvious. So the sides are not equal, and obviously this angle, well, maybe the angles are the same, but the sides are not the same, which makes it irregular. Okay? So those are hexagons. Those are just some examples. There could be so many. Just count the sides. If it has 6 sides, it's a hexagon. Then you determine, are all the sides and all the angles the same? If they are, then you know it's a regular hexagon. If it's not, it's an irregular hexagon. Okay? The next one is 7 sides, and that is called a heptagon. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Something like that. All the sides, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the sides are equal. All the angles are equal. So it's regular. Okay? Now if you have something funky, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I don't know, something like that. Maybe it looks like a Christmas tree is what it looks like to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7, so it's a heptagon because it has 7 sides. And you know that this side is a lot longer than this little side right here. So the sides are not equal. That right there is irregular. Why? Because the sides are not the same. Don't even worry about the angles at this point because the sides are not the same. Okay? And lastly, 8 sides. 8 sides is called an octagon. This is like the stop sign that you see out in the streets. 4. Something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal sides, 8 equal angles. So if there's equal sides and equal angles, it's regular polygon. I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. 8. 7, 8, something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there. 8 sides. Clearly, this is a lot shorter than this, so the sides are not equal. Irregular. Okay? And there's no square corners. And that's it, guys. So just remember, you need to identify if it's regular or if it's irregular. All sides are equal. All angles are equal. As long as there's one thing that's not equal, it's irregular. Okay? It all needs to be regular for it to, all needs to be equal for it to be regular. That's it. The 3 types of triangles: equilateral, scalene, isosceles. All right, guys. Thank you.